What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with all of you? Good evening, Adachi. Good evening, Mother. How is it going? What a week. What a week. How you doing, Ever? Need a couple M&Ms to get my sugar up and going. Holy crap, we had 50 tickets today. What were we doing? Spy just going higher and higher. Where'd GME end up today? 66, kind of chopped around. Oh, it actually ran a little bit. I don't remember this at all. Actually, I do remember. I saw it on the scanners, but I've like just tuned it out at this point. What's the other ones? So the other ones run too. AMC. Yep, same time. BlackBerry. Kinda. That one actually finished strong. What were some of the other meme stocks? GME, AMC were the two main ones. What did silver end up doing? It's actually climbing a little bit. It didn't do what everyone's like, it's gonna squeeze. It didn't really do that. Yeah, interesting day. Very interesting day. Let me pop this thing up. Look at all these trades we took. It's a lot of trades. And of course, yeah, we see the big one. We'll get to that one. That was a real frustrating one. I wish you would step out from that ledge, my friend, 'cause I would understand. There we go. Yeah, so what a bummer this one was, guys. This one got a little scary up here at the top because we were a little heavy. It tried to halt here on this second entry that we took, and it just kept riding the halt price, and that's never fun. But we finally got to that $7 area that we were looking for, and we actually tried to add to the position and found out that there were no more shares to borrow. So that was a bit frustrating. And so once we realized we didn't have any shares, it started to come back down. Realized it was trying to halt over and over again. It just kept riding the halt, and I was like, well, we're getting kind of heavy, and we can't add to the position. I knew we were coming up to this key level. I thought about holding until then. This is all things that are processing in my head, like in split seconds, as this halt is just kind of going up, trying to keep my cool, calm, collective mindset. And I just realized, okay, and it finally got to, I don't remember what price it was to be exact. You'd have to go watch it on the live stream from this morning, but it looked like it was about to halt. And so I hit the cover button, and I saw that it gave me the ask price, which was above the current ask, but it was hard to get filled because I honestly don't know why it was hard to get filled. I guess there just wasn't anybody selling at that point. Everyone was just waiting for it to halt. And so I dragged it down, just trying to get more out of it. And as you can see, we did get a couple down here, 3 out of the actually, what is that, 20? How did that work? We had 80. 3. Oh, okay, I see 52. Okay, yeah, I see it there now. So it was just different orders. So it split them up as it was trying to get me out. It was all one order. It just filled twice. But we ended up covering because I didn't want to chance this running up. Just keep continuing to ride the halt, which, as you can see, after we got out, it did it again. It rode the halt up to the next price. It tried to halt again, but this time it got slammed down. And, I guess maybe it had something to do with the seller stepping in there at 750, but I couldn't risk it halting here when we got out and then it gapping up and just continuing, right? Because at that point, we can't even add to our position. If we could double our position, you saw that's what I tried to do, 40-40, and then we were going to hit it for 80 up here. That would put our average, well, let's see here. And then, so if we hit it around there, it would be somewhere around there. And I would have been okay with that. Like, we were a little heavy on this, but as far as the trade went itself, I would have been okay with trading that, right? And it would have worked out. It would have worked out very well, actually. But ran out of shares. So it's I was explaining to Brian earlier that yeah, I know I need to shave it. I actually meant to do it this morning, but I didn't. I hate when I get like this little. It's not really like that, but when I sleep, I guess I sleep on my face sometimes. So like my chin hairs will like go to the side, and it's very frustrating because then it kind of makes it look silly when you're looking at it straight on. But really, it's just I don't know. But so yeah, I was telling Brian earlier, if any of you are poker players, imagine sitting at the poker table and then, you know, say I don't know, you got like 10 jack suited, and all of a sudden you get, say you 3-bet pre-flop, guy calls, and flop comes like ace king 2, none of your shoot, and so you continuation bet, right? You always continuation bet, especially on a flop like that, because you're the 3-better. You're going to hit your range a lot better than theirs, most likely, if they're just calling. And but they call, and then the turn, so this is the flop per se, or pre-flop. This is the flop where 3-bet and then you bet again. You're putting your money in the middle. Then you put a little bit more money in the middle. Well, you try to anyways, right? You put another bet out on a turn card of a 4, right? It is an absolute dud. But then he comes over the top and says, I'm all in. And you got absolutely nothing, right? You got ace, king, jack high, right? I mean, at that point, what can you beat? You'd literally be drawing to a gut shot, most likely, assuming he has an ace or a king or just anything for that matter. So you do what any poker player would do in this situation, right? You tried to rep a hand, and he said, I don't care what hand you got. I'm all in. If you got something, go ahead and call. So we fold, right? We got the losing hand. And he turns over jack shit. 6-8, right? Absolutely nothing. And then, right? So that was basically how this felt to me, right? It was like no matter how I played this hand, I was screwed because I couldn't even really play the hand in the end because I didn't have any shares. So it was a good analogy if you play poker, but yeah. Do you exercise before or during trading? I don't exercise at all, so yeah, it's not right the right answer. You've stolen my look, pretender, but you'll never have the essence of Enrique Balamos. M&Ms are so yummy. It's Vincenzo. I feel like I haven't seen you around, man. Where the heck you been? Brian, what's up? Justin, what's up? Biz, how we doing? I know I just answered your question, but I didn't say hello. GT, have to get a burger at Bobby Flay's first. I'm ready to go to Maryland Live. I don't know if the wife will be too happy about it, but I'd be more than happy to go get some poker in. I haven't played in so long. I'm like always watching the guys play poker. There's so many poker vlogs out there. Rampage Poker's a good one. Brad Owen, Andrew Nemi, both of those are good. There's a few good ones out there. Maryland Live, it's casino. It's our local casino. We actually have 3 that are actually pretty local. Is Maryland Live closer to you, Justin, than MGM? I feel like you would just have to go west. I feel like MGM might be closer to you than Maryland Live, coming all the way up here. Oh, really? I've actually never been there. Why don't you like it? Just out of curiosity. Get these 2 long plays that I had out of the way today. They were like YOLO longs, really small position. Was buying this dip, previous high. It tried to bounce right off of it, and I said, hey, if it works, it works. I actually had my stop below the low of this candle at 71, and I'm pretty sure I can show you that. Let me see. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's right here. So accept, sell 10 shares, which is all I took there, right? I was looking for the big move, right? 10 shares going up 4 points would have been $40. It was like I said, I was risking what I thought was like $2 or $3 to make 40, and ended up losing 10.70 on it, which was a little annoying. But as you can see, 871, and that was the order that I had in. However, Why is it doing that? However, it filled me at 824. So almost 50-cent slippage on the break of that candle. So yeah, that one kind of sucked. I didn't even have the chart up when it stopped me out. I was looking at something else. But then I looked over and saw the realized gain, and I was like, wait a minute. That's a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. And then, yeah. So the one that really hurt today, my YOLO long play, was this BSQR. Same thing for the most part. Saw it make a move, came back down, tested this previous resistance, tried to use it as support. I noticed it was coming back up to it. Jumped in long, looking for it to do exactly this, right? Wasn't expecting it to really come back down. After that point, I felt like it was so strong, after this move and after this huge flush, that there wasn't going to be enough sellers to really bring it back down to that point. So I just put my stop at break even, and I wasn't even paying attention really to this. I just kind of let it go because this was actually 20 shares. I was going to let this thing go all day. And obviously that wouldn't have been a good idea. I probably would have pulled it up after it was making this run because we were talking about it. And somewhere in here, I probably would have got out. Somewhere around there or something. Probably on the break of that. I don't know exactly where, but definitely would have got out before down here. So it wouldn't have made that much money. It would have been like 50, 60 bucks, 50 bucks, somewhere around there. But at the same time, it literally came back down. If I would have just got my entry, what was the bottom of this candle? 78. My entry was at 83. So, and this candle went all the way down to 66. So if I would have just got my entry 5 cents, 6 cents lower, just by pure luck, 6 cents lower, I wouldn't have got stopped out because I just put my stop at break even and moved on. And it comes down, stops me out, and then absolutely rips. Like, that is how my day went today. Like, it was horrible. It was so horrible. I don't know. I've only been there before the Ravens game. The Horseshoe, I don't know if they're open or closed, but it's in PG County. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's up, Tip your bellman? I am the bellman, so tip me. No, I'm just kidding. Gordon Ramsay steak. Num 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 num. You've never had a beef Wellington? Or you're just saying you want to try it from there? GDT, I'm not going to spill anything. I'll let him do all the work. Guess who's back? Back again. GDT's back. Tell a friend. GDT's back. GDT's back. GDT's back. GDT's back. All right, just making sure I stay caught up with the chat tonight, right? I don't want any of that crap. But yeah, this was just the story of my day, guys. It was just, if we would have got this trade even up to here, we would have been green today, easily. Or that AME trade. That's just how frustrating today was. But going down the line, let's why did this? Oh, because I typed in there. Had a couple trades here on AXAS. I feel like I don't. Was this left? No, it couldn't have been. Oh, that's right. I covered probably half of this. Let me see. 40. No, I covered the whole thing. Or did I add and then take some off? No, 50. Huh. Okay. So I actually took a small loss on this one. Axis came up. I saw the line here. There's another one all the way down here. Eventually would have been looking for that if we would have had leftovers. Hit this on the backside. It started to come down even more. Actually added to this, looking for it to at least come down here and test this. And it started to come back up. And I wasn't about to let it rip back up all the way to high day, which is exactly what it did. And obviously this was that pullback we always say is the high probability play. After that, we don't know what it's going to do. It went back to high day, double topped, and then came back down. We did get back in, just a completely separate trade. Actually took less share size, a little bit more than our starter, but less than the full size that we had. And we actually ended up green on this one. Nothing too crazy because of the size, but we did take a small loss here. and got it all back plus some. So can't really complain there on that trade. BRN, this was a good trade. Hit this one on the front side. Came up, made a top. We actually added on the way down. Kind of looks similar to the last one, except we had a front side entry, not both on the back side. And this one actually continued like it was supposed to. Oops. So as you can see, we're looking for somewhere around that previous resistance. Came back down, started to come back up, and we took half off. Looking for it to come back down, but it felt like it wanted to keep going, which it did a little bit, and then ultimately ended up coming down, but we took it off right there. Probably could have been a little bit more patient with those leftovers, but again, can't really complain. I was really just looking for it to, like it did. It just felt like it tried. I feel like I remember this one. It kind of stalled and then started to go up. So it felt like this was such a big drop that we were probably going to get some kind of a bounce, like back up to 350. But as you can see, it never even got close to that. Yeah, I know it was raining on Shoreline. I was just there. Tim singing is always now worth it. Well, Zishan, the good thing is you can go back and watch the live stream. And even better, you get to see, you can scroll, like if you hover over the timeline in the video, you can see where all the trades are. So you don't even have to sit through all the boring stuff. Although there are some nuggets that I throw in there here and there when I get on a tangent. But today I was pretty quiet. I was pretty quiet because that frickin' WHLR trade happened pretty early. So good old GME. That was a once in a lifetime thing. That was pretty funny to be a part of. I did trade it like one of the first couple days when it was like under 60. Lance in the house. What's up, Jag? How's your power issue going? Thomas, what up, man? Are you at the camp or are you home tonight? But the boring part is where you try to be funny, but you're really not. Jerk. All good, Lance? Sweet. We did the BSQR. CLDR, this was a break-even trade. Everything's starting to look the same, right? We're starting to actually hit the backside instead of getting these single entry trades. If we sense we're right, we're hitting the button again. And this one, I was really frustrated with myself after the fact. I even took a break after this trade because I don't understand why I covered. I just covered because I didn't feel like giving more money back, and that's essentially saying I was playing with scared money, and you just can't do that. Big move up all the way through this previous resistance, which eventually it did get back down there. And we got a good entry, and it popped back up, and we got another good entry, right? We realized it wasn't even going above that previous pop after it had went and made a high. And it was forming a perfect ascending triangle using this as a base. But it tried here again, 1740. And somewhere in my head, I said, hey, if this goes back through 1750, my average is right there. Let's see, 52 and 52. So yeah, our average was 52. So I told myself I'm just going to be a break-even trade if it can't break this area. But it was just hard. I mean, I should have at least used this candle at 55. Like I should have used something more practical than just my stop because it was so close. Like I wasn't giving it a chance to work, and obviously it would have worked. So I took a break after this one because I was pretty frustrated with how I had played that one. Gilt, pretty standard trade here. We did only get a single entry on this one. Just front side, came back down, good to go. Really nothing to say about this one. And again, look, this one went higher, right? I always say after the intense move, the high probability play is that pullback. What it does after that, who knows, right? This thing chopped around and then went higher. I think some of the other charts I've already shown you tonight did quite the opposite, right? Big intense move, pullback, chopped around, went lower the rest of the day. BRN, big intense move, came down, never really bounced, and went sideways. So it's it really depends, right? The pullback's all we're looking for. This one was late in the day. I played this one. Me and Brian were sitting there, And I think I posted this one on Twitter like right after I had taken the trade, and I was like, I was like, ooh, piece of candy in the ISW room. Popped up, rejected two. We jumped in, just scalped it real quick. There was like a huge amount of shares sitting there at $2, so I figured we'll jump in. If it goes over two, we'll just cut it and just be done with it. It wasn't really risking that much, and we got a nice little drop. And then it dropped all the way down here, and I was like, I was fooling around with Brian, saying, "Man, I could have made 3 times or double my money." And Brian, and that was when it was like right here, and then it made this drop, and then Brian was like, "You could have made 3 times your money," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah." JP, this was actually another one where it was trying to halt. I'm pretty sure it was trying to halt right around this area, and there was a ton of shares sitting there at 4. And so we jumped in right when it got to 4, and I put my finger right on the cover 100% button right away, just watching the shares. And I saw those things getting eaten up real quick. So I just immediately stopped out of this one, and it was the right decision. Popped all the way up here, and actually I'm pretty sure we got in and then it continued. I think we just didn't get an ad, which, yeah, pretty sure that's exactly what happened. I was pretty annoyed by that. And then I think it came back down a little bit further than this. I think we had an order sitting at like 404, 403. I mean, I could check. Let's see. JP. So the second one we got short at 428. 407 is where we had our order. And I remember it came down and it like just missed us and then shot back up, and we ended up taking it off right here. And we were right? We took it off. Next candle actually formed right there, right after we took it off. And let's see what time we got out there. Yeah, 52 seconds. So 8 seconds later, formed a new candle and went all the way up here. Actually, had thought about getting back in. And I don't know. I didn't like the way that this one was acting. It was kind of like blip, 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 blip. It was like doing that within the candles. And I don't know. I just remember not liking the price action, or something was going on there. Let me keep up. Thomas is home. Wife is on call for work and had to drive her into work and back home again. Fun. You sound like my dad. Can we get 10 likes? Jonathan in the house. What's up, man? If you need more M&Ms, let me know. You're going to be my personal M&M valet tonight. I knew I forgot something from the house. Just once. Gotta get your exercise in for the night. OCGN, this one I was playing like a fiddle on the way up. I really thought, it's so funny after it makes a move like this, how your first entry looks like nothing. But if you do this, it actually looks like a pretty decent move, right? It was kind of grindy, and then boom, you got the big candle. And we're actually hoping it went to 4 right here, but
one shot.
Jonathan. One shot of what? That was exactly what I just said I forgot to bring over. I'm not taking shots of whiskey. I owe you like a full bottle of something. Can I just give you half a beer again? Yeah, GDT's page is there. He just doesn't have any videos yet. Jonathan, I highly appreciate you. Don't tip me anymore. You make me feel bad. Especially because I don't have any shots with me. I knew I forgot something from the house, and immediately I was like, I forget, somebody said something. I think it was Brian said something earlier, and I meant to grab it, and I forgot it. I get so involved with the kids, man. I forget everything. All I do is play with them, and yeah. But anyways, we scroll over, and we take a look at these over here, and it just looks kind of silly at that point. But we did keep hitting the tops, right? We kept getting nice pops, extended moves. We were hitting the top, covering into the drop. Did it over here as well. I actually tried to hold on to this one. As you can see, I didn't hit the bottom of this one very well. I was really looking for it to come back down further, which it did, but it ended up shooting back up anyways after we got out. So this thing went nuts in the after hours. I had the scanners up still before I left to go pick up the kids, and this thing just started going nuts. I wonder, was this earnings or something? I don't even know what this was all about. Let me see if I can help you out there, Zishan. I should be able to throw the link in there. He definitely did not get his subscribers back. I mean, he paid for all those anyway, so. Oh, he's almost to 100 with no content. There you go. You should be able to click that. It should take you to it. GDT version 2.0. Love it. I just noticed that. I don't think you had that when I was last at your channel. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alrighty. We only got a couple more trades here. Oop. Come on, silly anchor. There we go. PSAC. This one was no fun. I think this was actually pretty early. It's not my typical play. This actually would be my typical play. Not really sure why I played this and then didn't play this. Maybe I just didn't see it. Didn't pull it back up. I don't know. I don't know. This was probably definitely after the loss. Let's see. This was at 10:15. This was so it was like right after the loss. So I was probably just looking for something to trade. It was probably the first thing that popped up. And then Zoom. These were actually our first trades of the day. This thing just didn't want to cooperate. I mean, look at this. Huge move. No pullback. Just higher, higher, higher. It's crazy. Nailed the top of this thing, too, on this first move. Even got a decent pullback. But was obviously looking for, 400 or somewhere around there. And just didn't get it. Came up, stopped us out when it went high of day because we had already had a pretty decent pullback out of it. So when it came back up to go high of day, I assumed it might do all of this. But then it failed. A little fake out breakout. So we tried it again. So we got back in. It was not a fake out breakout. It was a fake out, breakout, fake out. And it went high day again, stopped us out. And then it kind of faked out again. And it tried to pull back. And then it looked like it was starting to form like a descending triangle. So we got back in. And then it said, no, we're not doing that. And that's a lot of red triangles below green triangles. And that one sucked. So crazy. No videos until I hit 100 subs with doing no work. That's great. Can you imagine just having 100 subs just because you are who you are? You don't even need to have videos. You don't have to do anything. Jonathan, this is going to sound wrong, but every time I take a drink, man, I can taste you. Yeah, that was definitely wrong. 15 likes? Oh, we can do 15 likes. I got 18 people in here. I got 11 likes already, so we're almost there. Well, when you give me the money, man, all I can do is think of you and, as I'm drinking the beer. Oh, jeez.
Cheers to Tim and Justin.
To who and who? Wait, is that 10? Did it add them together, or was that actually 20? I know, because now I got to catch up on some beer. Jonathan must have did really well for the... So when me and Justin end up going to the casino, I'll slip him a $10 bill. It'll have COVID on it, though, so I don't really know how that's going to work. I was just getting ready to say, Jonathan must be doing really well in the old crypto space. Dude's just too generous here on the stream lately. I'm pretty excited. Racing's about to get started again. Absolutely love racing, all kinds of racing. I have really taken a liking. I always liked F1, but I've really taken a liking to F1 again recently. I don't know why. It's really fascinating, like all the engineering that really goes into it. A lot of people don't understand how different each of the cars on the track really are, and the reason that Mercedes is just always better than everyone else, which actually started to come. The teams and the cars started to become a lot closer towards the end of this past season. Of course, right before they're about to switch everything to make them even more closer as far as performance goes. And it's just the amount of engineering to go into it just to nick off like tenths of a second. It's really mind-boggling, like when you watch some of the videos about how all that stuff works. Or granted, you have like stuff like NASCAR where it's supposed to be, they're supposed to be pretty even as it is, but there's only so much you can do to the cars in NASCAR. Like everyone has to have the same body, the same chassis. The engine is really where all the engineering goes into, and it's, you would think like how many different ways can you build an engine, but obviously the same guys are up front every single year in NASCAR, so they're obviously doing something to have a faster car. It's like it's not always just the driver. But anyways, yeah, off, not to get off on my little racing tangent, but are we that close? Oh, we're at 11. I see 12. Is it 12 or is it 13? District OX. I saw you talking. I remember seeing your tweet. I think it said like don't sleep on District OX. Wanted to pull this over. This has been my year so far. We've been doing fairly well. Today sucked, just with the big loss that we really couldn't control. I mean, it was our fault that we got into the trade without checking how many shares were available. Just really, I got into the situation. I was confident, that I was going to play the move correctly, and just jumped in without checking. I don't really check too often. I usually count on Brian or David to do that for me, and because usually they're getting into a trade before me anyway, and so usually they would say something, and I guess that should have been hint number one, that Brian wasn't already in it. If I'm getting into something moving like that and Brian's not already in it, then I should probably take the hint that something's wrong. And but yeah, if not for that little loss, it wouldn't have been, or that bigger loss today would have been still in the upward direction. But I was really beating myself up today, and we were actually down, like I think we ended up down like 120 at one point. We were down 107 from that trade, and then the AAME trade after that, as well as we were down on the Zoom trade. If you put those four together, we were down like 140. But we did have, I think, one other trade. I don't remember which one it was, but I think at our lowest point, we were down at like a little over 120 and some change. And we came all the way back. We ended up down $41.56. So we were down about 2.5x our goal, and we ended up coming back to not even down 1x. So can't really complain about that. It was a decent comeback. We did sit here for most of the day. It was actually a pretty slow day, but we got that screen time, got some pretty decent trades in the afternoon, and we chipped our way back. Nothing too crazy, just chipped away. Just took the market would, what the market gave us. We didn't get too aggressive in the afternoon, and just took what it gave us, and we ended up kind of chipping away there at the end. So what I was getting at is I was beating myself up over that loss because I didn't check the shares, and there's nothing I could do about it in hindsight. But this is the power of journaling, right? If you don't put this into a journal and you're beating yourself up like that over a trade, it could have lasted all weekend, right? I mean, I'm not the guy that'll dwell over it all weekend, but if you are someone that lets that kind of stuff get to you and you don't have a journal to realize that all said and done today, look at that. That's all this is. That was all it was. Just that little guy right there, right? And on top of that, we were still green on the week, right? If we want to look at the whole week, we're still green, right? Obviously not as green, but we're still green. And we only traded 3 days this week because we had the snow day Monday, where we had to take care of the kids, and then we had the little blunder yesterday from pulling an all-nighter Wednesday night into Thursday morning, watching the Designated Survivor, which I actually finished the 21 episode season. I finished it today in 2 days. They're 45-minute episodes, but I did watch it on 1.5x speed. But yeah, so just what I'm getting at is, so what, right? Who cares? It was one day. It was one bad trade. It happens. Move on. And I explained earlier, it just today there was so many trades that could have went so differently, and today could have been awesome. And that's exactly how a poker session can go, right? Playing poker, you sit there waiting for premium hands, and imagine all those premium hands you got just ended up losing that day, right? It happens. It happens. You just sit down, you get a cold deck, and sometimes you're going to sit down and trade, and it's going to be the same kind of thing. So can't really complain too much. Since you have the journal up, do you know the percentage of your trades that are in the first 30 minutes? Pretty sure we can actually check that. Let's see. More hour. There we go. Let's just do 9 and 10. So it's, let's see. I guess we're going to have to go to the dashboard. So it looks like since the beginning of the year, which is kind of when I started trading a little bit more aggressively. That's kind of why I've been going off of that. 112 trades look to be within the first. Well, that can't be right. Oh, it's using all of 10 o'clock. So if I just use 9 o'clock, it should be. All right, so let's get rid of this. I have 143 total trades. So if we go to just from 9 to 10, so I don't trade pre-market, so this will just be from 9:30 to 10. We have 66 trades. So 66 divided by, what was it, 140? 47% of my trades are within the first half hour. Cheese gravy? What is cheese gravy? Oh yeah, let me look at district. What's the let's see if I can just pull it up. I knew how to do that math. I'm okay. District. Do you know what's the symbol for it, Jonathan? I know I spelled district right. DNT. Okay, there we go. Oh, I guess I gotta hit it anyway. Why is it not searching? Oh, this is Bitmax. Okay. Is it not on Bitmax? I don't know why I had that. That was just like where I always went to check my the price of I guess that's where I just the very first time I checked, I just bookmarked to check the price of Bitcoin. Let's see, DNT. There it is, district. Does it matter which? I guess US dollar. DNT USD or DNT BTC. That's probably the one that we want, right? All right. So what am I looking at? Is this just the pump that it got? Oh, USD. DNT USD. So it's saying this is where it got up to 21 cents. Now it's trading at 16. Starting to make some higher lows. Yeah, I see that. Let me just keep scrolling. Let me go to let's do 4 hours. Should give us a, there we go. Oh wow, it was actually down at a penny back in November of last year. which was not that long ago. That's crazy. Pretty good returns there. Buy $1,000 worth. Turn it into 22,000. Good old cheese gravy. It's like nacho cheese, but OMG better. Cheese gravy. What? How? So it's like nacho cheese. Like, how do you? What's in it? I'm waiting for this stock to go bananas. It's not even on here, is it? Yeah. Let's pull. I have it in here. I need to update my wallet. I forgot. Oh, we're on the rise. Oh no, this is. Never mind. I was like, ooh, 2 Satoshi, but I forgot Baraki or Barak, however, Barake, however you say it. They added so you could do the tenths of a Satoshi, which is really not cool. I don't think GDT wants to take his time. A new exchange, gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure that's the one thing with crypto, man. There's just so many variables. You know, another thing I was looking at too was just this win percentage. I'm just baffled at how low my win percentage is, but I guess because the old me would kind of add, and then just like let it come back down. If it worked, it worked. Where now I have no problem cutting for a loss and then jumping back in. So I think a lot of that has to do with it. Because you'll see, like, I have a lot of smaller losses. It's very rare you see me with these big losses. But obviously they will happen in situations like today where I basically get caught in something. It's just a crappy day today. Just a crappy day. We got 15? Always. Cheese gravy. All right, let's take a look. Miguel's jalapeno cream sauce. That is not cheese gravy. That is jalapeno cream sauce. Jalapeno juice? Interesting. I've never heard of jalapeno juice. I'm a jalapeno on a steak. Chicken base or broth makes sense. Flour, cheddar cheese, clarified butter, and jack cheese. I mean, yeah, it just sounds like a cheese sauce. I don't really understand why it's called gravy. Is it really thick? I mean, even gravy's not thick. So I don't understand why it's called gravy. Is it just something you call it? Sammy, we can't. Interactive Brokers does not locate shares. They don't even have the option. Either they have them or they don't. And when they do have them, which they often have shares on pretty much everything, minus some of the super low floats. But if they don't have them, they just don't have them. It's not funny now. I mean, but it is just cheese sauce. I was expecting like something fancy. Italians call tomato sauce gravy. Seriously? Whatever. I'll get a buzz while I'm being a buzzkill. My bad. Oh. We have an Italiano in the house. Hold on. Let's test them. What does that say? Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. What's that say? I tried. It's hard to like bend my arm. I feel like people. I love. You are not Italian. Get out of here. Shin got it right, and he's not even Italian. Is that your last name? My last name is 100% Italian, and I'm actually only like 15% Italian. It's my mom's fault, though. My mom made me a mutt. I'm a big old baby mutt. What are we going to do for 15 likes, guys? We got 20 viewers, 15 likes. We're getting back up there with the numbers. Hopefully, I can start making more monies. Maybe that'll attract some more peoples. Maybe we can. Anybody in here interested in joining ISW? Maybe we'll actually have a giveaway for the ISW scanners this week for a week of the team package. Anybody interested? Anybody? 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 20. 67. There's no similar word or dish for gravy in Italy. The traditional Italian American dish with red gravy or sauce is based on Neapolitan ragu made with meat, tomato, and onions. An onion that's commonly served with pasta. So when they made a thick sauce that they poured over a meal, they called it gravy. Okay. I mean, I didn't like say you were wrong. I feel like I didn't have any like really good trades today. I feel like they were just a lot of like just consistent trades. Like none of them were like ones that I was like, wow, that was a good trade. I guess BRN would have been the best one. Book Italians. I saw a FOMO profit videos. He is doing good. Wonder how long he's been trading. Sammy, he's paper trading. He's not really trading. Oh shit. He's here. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? GME is going to $10,000 a share. It's just not there yet. Some of the stuff you read on that subreddit, man, is just mind-boggling. Like people are just they're convinced. Can you imagine how many of them were up in arms when it made this move this morning? They were probably all like, "Finally, it's gonna do it." And then, nah. Let's take a look at this crazy run that it made. This thing was all the way down. I mean, if we go to the daily, I mean, it was down here at 18, 17. I mean, it was even lower than that. What was its low? Yeah, like $4, $3. I wish DOS had the thing kind of like TOS has, where it just shows you where the high and the low is. I feel like that would be so helpful, especially on just when you're pulling up charts like this. I mean, look at this crazy run. It's a pretty crazy run. I think it was this day. It was either this day or this day that I shorted it. Played it twice, I think. And then adios. A lot of this was done in the pre-market, I guess. During that big move. Yeah, look at this. After hours into the pre-market. Look at that run up. Yeesh. From 150, it opened at 350. Nothing like a 200-point gap up overnight. That's insane. And then it kind of did it again, didn't it? Let's see. Where did this close? Closed at 345. Opened at That opened at 265, but it got all the way up to 513. Insane. Insane. This is just a small pullback before the move. Diamond hands, baby. Diamond hands. Does who trade options? FOMO or me? I'm sure FOMO has traded options at some point in his career. I've never traded options. I don't really plan on it either. But I'm sure I'll learn about them more as we go. Only the best trade options? Yeah, well, that's why I don't trade them. Today I came to know about a site, Float Checker. Good to check float. It gives you float from different sources. Float Checker. Let's see. I mean, the scanners give me the float, but maybe let's see. Float Checker. I got like I think it's like an ingrown hair on the back of my neck. I'm trying to keep picking at it. Sorry. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it shows you from different, let's see. That's pretty cool. Because there's sometimes, like, I'll be in, me and Devin will have different floats. And I always say it's probably just pulling it from two different places. And this would make sense. Because sometimes mine are, like, way different than his. And as you can see, even for GME, I mean, some Morningstar has them at 27 mil where, Wall Street Journal has them at 51. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, he would. He was the first person I thought of when I saw this. I'll send it to him right now. Good idea. Thanks for that. This is Sammy? Yeah, thanks for that, Sammy. Good night, Mother dear. I will make sure to yell at some point in the next half hour to wake you up. Make sure you stay awake. Rock the red, baby. Let's go. I am not in Northern Virginia. I am in Southern Maryland. Yeah, I wouldn't say every Caps game, but if I don't watch the game itself, I will watch the highlights the next morning. I absolutely love the Caps. It's hockey has actually slowly became my favorite sport to watch. It used to be baseball. I just love baseball. I know not everyone can get on board with watching baseball, but I just love baseball. And I still play baseball, and I umpired baseball. I actually think I'm gonna not. I stopped doing it last year because of everything that was going on. Just because, and I don't think I'm gonna do it again this year. I've just with everything going on and with the kids, and it's just the people that play in those leagues, not kids, but I do mostly adult games, and they're the kind of guys that probably aren't really being careful. And yeah, I could keep my distance and stuff, but to me it's like why kind of chance it until everything's kind of back to normal. Probably hang that up for now. If DNT hits 17 cents during the stream, I will donate 25. All right, guys, go pump it. Just kidding. Don't go do that. Well, now you're gonna make me go watch it, Jonathan. What is it at now? Probably. How is that not? The heck? We were just there. Why is it not up there? Just 17? It's like already there. Can you? How would you even trade it? Because I know TradingView is just charting. I'll just go pump it real quick. Hopefully $25 is enough to pump it up to 17. And I'll just get it back and then send the link. I don't see a link anywhere. Where'd you send it? Just around the corner, Lorton, VA. Oh yeah, just on the other side of Washington. To get to Alexandria, I would say it takes me about an hour. Because I'm in Annapolis. So come across 50, just come straight down through. Wouldn't take that, probably a little more than an hour actually. It takes me about 35, 40 minutes just to get into Washington. So probably take me a little bit longer. Yeah, you're not too far away. My favorite place in Washington is Tyson's Corner, if you know what I mean. No, I'm just kidding. You've been to Annapolis quite a few times recently, huh? Huh? You knew I lived here. Nice of you to stop by, jerk. Jerk face. It's making higher lows, man. This thing's going. This thing's going to the moon. Yeah, Jonathan, you were telling me the house you bought was over here. I don't remember exactly where was it. No, it wasn't Oxford. It was somewhere down in here. And I remember saying for you to get to work, you would have to pass me. You come over. I'm not going to show you guys exactly where I live, even though I think I just did, kind of, sort of. If you really wanted to pause it and look. Make sure you send me gifts. Discord? Oh, there. Now it's there. Oh, coin market cap. Okay. Is this what you're trying to get onto? Or is this one that's like super expensive to get onto? If you guys have any questions about like trading, anything in general, please feel free to ask. I feel like we're in the BS stage of the stream. I feel like we kind of went through everything. I was just going to go through the week. It actually went by kind of fast. Kind of went over how the month of January went, just how we're doing from the beginning of the year. But yeah, tier 3. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. Let's do this. See if I can search. Oops, I did not click that. Wonder how my Bitcoin's doing. Let's see. Oh, it's on my phone. Can you log into that one? Yeah, you can. Oops. What is that? I don't even remember what the name of that is. It Coinbase? Yeah, Coinbase. Is that what that was? No, it's CoinMarketCap. You guys can see how much Bitcoin I have. New device? What? I guess I haven't been on here that long. I just use the one on my phone. Please confirm this device. How do I confirm it? Oh, email. I don't see an email. Oh, there it is. There it is. I authorize this computer. Look at that. Look at that. Can I go back? I remember I paid for something. I think it was the masternode fee for the server. And I had like $2 left over. And at that time, Bitcoin was like 7,000. And now it's that, I want to say it was like $3. But it's now, I mean, I'm sure we could try to do the math, but we're not doing that. But yeah, it's now $53. So I wish it was a little bit more than that. That would have been pretty nice. CRCT. There it is. Oh, I see. So they don't even do the data. Does it have to have like a certain amount of volume? Let's see. I occasionally try to play halts with small size when the moves are extreme. For that, I need to know the halts enlisted as they happen. For that, I found a free site. I feel like finding the halts isn't too hard. I actually have... Is that still on my channel? No, I got rid of it. I had a channel that literally told you everything that halted. But you can just use the... current halts stock markets. The NASDAQ, this site here, it always tells you what's halted and what's not. And it even tells you the codes. I think if you click on it, it'll take you to what all the codes are. Yeah, they're right here too. Pretty sure T12's news, right? Additional information requested. So this is like if I'm ever curious, like if something was news or not, I'll like if something takes longer than 5 minutes, I'll go ahead and check this just to be just to check it out. Yep. Don't dox me. Yeah, I'm gonna dox you. You're on CMEG, I think. What's your best look for this site? Just got on with Sterling via CMEG. Trying to set it up properly. Well, I didn't like Sterling when I tried it out. I am not with CMEG anymore. I'm actually with Interactive Brokers, but I promote CMEG. I was with them for a long time while I built up my bankroll so that I could make the switch to Interactive Brokers. But the reason I chose Interactive Brokers is because with CMEG I was using DOS and I just absolutely loved it. So that was why I stuck with DOS. And yeah, it's been a great choice. Absolutely love it. The commissions are better, so that's the main reason for switching. Plus, they have a lot more shorts available. Being a short bias trader, it's really nice. And yeah, so I highly recommend CMEG if you're looking to trade and you have to avoid the PDT rule. They're the best broker out there for that. So I'll definitely back them up with that. They actually have a lot of cool stuff getting ready to come out. I can't talk about it just yet. That's actually why I haven't done my review video. Because I've been in talks with the people at CMEG, and I've been holding off for some news on their end and some new stuff that they're working on to be ready, and then I'm gonna get and make my video. So I'll most likely be one of the first videos out there with all the cool new stuff from CMEG, and I think a lot of people are gonna like it. Tell us about your bright light moments this week. I want to test you, not tell you. But yeah, sorry, one way. I mean, as far as that goes, yeah, Sterling is, I don't know. You're gonna have to mess with it. I was only with it for a month. I didn't like it, so I went back to DOS. So yeah, sorry about that. Bright light moments this week. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I had one. Kinda, sorta. I don't even remember what it was though, so it must not have been that bright. I'm looking at my trades from this week. I don't know if I really had any this week, to be honest. I just know that one of the things that I've been noticing is how I'm getting really good at just naturally hitting things on the backside. So like getting ads, risk management. So I think somebody, Tip Your Bowman just kind of asked about this, which I'll kind of, well, let me read his question and then I can kind of do both at the same time. He says, can you go through your risk management thought process when starting a trade? How do you decide initial share size, stop, and take profit? Don't know if ISW gives a list of halts as they go. I saw that feature in Trade Ideas. Yeah, I was going to say, I know he took the halts off because it was, yeah, because they would pop up on the regular scanners, so it was kind of pointless to have a scanner just for the halts. Excuse me. So let me pull out this montage so you guys can see it. I don't think this is my exact one, but it'll kind of give you an idea. Yeah, this isn't the current one. I should probably save the one I'm currently using just in case. So let's change this back to Ambo. And this is actually the perfect example. So what I'm looking for as this is running up is I'm looking for previous resistance. I always use kind of the highest previous resistance. Sometimes I'll use the one right before it, but usually I'll always look left and I'll look for the previous resistance, and I'm always looking for extension away from that. And essentially what I'm doing is depending on how much I like the trade. So in this case, we had a nice big move, went through all the resistance, and we had the push to $5 here. So this push to $5 then shoots up through $5, so I really like this trade. So what the heck was that? Oh. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I totally forgot that people still did that. Now you get a cool little thing next to your name. Love it. Appreciate it, Jonathan. Jonathan's just, he's the man. He supports me, but we support each other just in different ways. The more I drink, the more open I become. But anyways, let me pull this back up. All right, so I got another one. Who is it? Oh, Justin, welcome back, my friend. Now I own stock in volatility trading. Oh, that's great. That's a pretty good way to put it. I think Justin did mid-level just to up the ante on you, just to say he's better than you. Just saying, that's what he does. See? Thank you, Justin. So what I do is when I see this extension, so we see it's a 472, and our first entry was at 515. So if I really like the move, I'm going to look to base my share size off of half of that move because I'm looking for it to retrace at least half of that. I always look for about 50% of the extension. That if I want to keep leftovers, I'll look for the rest to come down closer to that previous resistance. So in this case, I chose my own share size on this one, probably because I wanted to be a little bit more safe with it. And I was just having the kind of day I was having, and it looks like it was more of a news play. So, but what I'll do typically is I'll say 472 entries here. So I'm looking for half. So that's about what, 25 cents? So I would pull up my montage. I would click the 25-cent button, and that's my share size, right? However, if I'm trying to be a little bit more careful, I can adjust it, and I will use, instead of half, I'll just use from where I'm entering all the way down to that previous resistance. And so that would be what? Closer to 50 cents. So I would pull up the montage and I would hit it at 50 cents. And as you can see, it was right in the middle of that. So I was saying, okay, I like the move, but I'm having one of those days. We're going to just kind of dial it down a bit. It's getting later in the afternoon. Just going to, meet myself in the middle. So a lot of it can be feel. A lot of it is how much you like the move. A lot of it can be, is it an A+ setup? Is it an A- setup? There's lots of different factors.
2.5 shots, also DT at 0.17.
How many shots do I owe you from last week? Did it really hit it though? Let's see. I still have it up. Oh, 1707. Let's go. I put some. I'll say the market cap moves with the stock, right? Yeah. Look at it go. Oh, you've been cheating me. Oh no, it's back below. Do I have to give it back? How's this work? But so it really depends on how much you like the setup. But the basis of my entry size is how much I like the move, and if I'm looking for half or a little bit more. And the only reason I would never be looking for the full move, like I'm never looking to enter this trade looking to take profits at this previous resistance. It does happen sometimes because we get that flush, and I'll see if it'll actually go down and test it. And I'll put the order out there, and sometimes it gets filled. But a lot of times I'm really just looking for half of the move, but I'll look to take less risk. And how I take less risk is I hit that next button up based off of how much distance we have between those. And a lot of times too, like if I think, like if we get an area where it looks like it could continue to run. So our first entry was there, but say we're getting, like, say it makes a big run right up to a whole dollar, but it starts to jiggle and it's having trouble at that whole dollar. Sometimes I'll take a starter at a much smaller share size, because I know that a lot of times these will poke through that whole dollar and go higher. But sometimes it will use the whole dollar's resistance. As you can see, it actually tried here. It went to 5 and then came all the way back down to 480 before then going through. So a lot of times it'll work and sometimes it'll never come back up, right? Sometimes it uses the whole dollar, gets stuffed, and comes all the way back down. So sometimes you'll take a smaller entry there, but if it does blow up through, you can get your ad. And if you took a much smaller starter, you can actually double that ad. So like say you took 50 shares, you could actually take 100 here and it'll bring your average up 75%, right? So your average would actually be somewhere up in here and you're good to go, right? So you might not have the best average you could have had if you would have just waited, but you're at least in the trade, and you could have even scalped that trade, right? It's really kind of up to you how you know, and that's where personal strategies and personal style, where that all comes into play. But I like to base, and then I like to base my entries off of what I'm looking to get out of the move. And I always try, this is what everyone's always, you know, you see some people use the same share size, you know, no matter the price of the stock and stuff like that. And to me, I find that incorrect because you could have a $5 stock that's moving points at a time, and you could have a $100 stock that's moving 20 cents at a time. It does happen that way. So to use the same share size, regardless of the price of the ticker, I personally don't do that. I like to look at it as in what profit am I looking to get? I'm always looking to make the same profit for the most part off of each ticker. So I do that by gauging the range of what I'm looking for on the pullback, and I take the appropriate share size to get that amount. So for me, no matter the price of the ticker and no matter the range of the ticker, I'm always looking to make the same amount on pretty much every trade. Obviously, I have no problem risking a little bit more. If it's something that goes crazy, like WHLR today, I was willing to risk more because it was making such a good move, but it ran out of shares. So, and as you can tell, we were risking more because we ended up taking a bigger loss on it, which was unfortunate. So, yeah, and what you see here, this was actually a half cover, right? We took 50-50 and then we actually covered half, because it tried to pull back and then it went higher. So we actually cut that half, looking for it to blow through this 550 area, and then adding those half back, right? Recycling the shares. It'll bring our average up. It also protects us a little bit, right? Because if this were to like really run like up through 6, now we're not taking our full size all the way up through there. And whenever we want to, we can start to hammer this thing back down, bring our average way up, and we can start to work out of that position. And hopefully, if it was that good of a move, it'll, you know, give us a really nice pullback. And not only will we make back what we lost there, but we will also, you know, end up with more in the bank. And unfortunately, that's not what happened here, so I don't really get to show you that. But this ended up being a fake out. So once I realized it was a fake out, it came back down here, started to go back up. I wanted to see what this candle did. It failed pretty quickly, and so we jumped back in for those same shares and covered half, and then covered the other half into this wash, which we actually pretty much got the bottom of this candle, 483, and the bottom of the candle was 482. So pretty much got the bottom of that candle before it bounced back up. And then obviously, you guys hear me say it all the time, the high probability move is this pullback. What it does after this pullback is very 50-50. It could go all the way back up to high day, which we had an example of that today. It could bounce and, you know, come back lower. You know, it is what it is. You're never going to guess that. But this is why you could keep leftovers if you really want to. But, you know, I'm in a position where I'm just trying to build the account. I don't really have the share size that I would have at leftovers right now too is very minuscule, and it really wouldn't do that much damage. So, alrighty, let's get back up in chat. So hopefully that answers your question there. Was it Shin or Tip Your Bellman? But yeah, hopefully that kind of answered it. If you have any like follow-up questions to that, or if I didn't explain something very well, feel free to let me know. Nasdaq halts and Nisi halts. You need to refresh your page proactively. Yeah, I mean, if you're that worried about the halts, yeah, very true. Yeah, yeah. Thomas he gets so annoyed sometimes because of Interactive Brokers having so many more shorts than CMEG, but there are times where he has shares that I don't have, like today on BSQR. We didn't have shares, and it was something I probably wouldn't have traded to the short side anyway. But later in the day, I might have, just because of what happened this morning. But float rotation, lower float, tend to stay away from those on the short side. But you never know when you're kind of trading to get your money back. Augustin, what's up, man? Any special video of 3K subs? I do plan on doing something. What? I don't know yet. I do not know yet. I thought I saw Justin say something. Maybe it was further down. Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah. I know exactly what that was too, Thomas. How FOMO trading do to avoid that small caps that do the extreme moves on a day? I don't know. Ask him. He FOMO profit, dude. He's confident. He's willing to take on the risk if need be. Yes, Tim and I. He's going to update the ISW video. Who's going to update it? I just saw Brian said that. Oh, that was a special video, 3K subs. Yeah, I keep meaning to do that. It's almost like Brian with his updates. You know, he says he's going to do something, and then, like a year later, it finally happens. Tim and I are going to do a joint video. He's actually going to come to my house and trade from my office every day. I mean, I could. It would be quite a drive, though. But I'm actually like with the living situation now. The whole reason we brought the computer over here was to have a separate office space, but it is really close. So I'm not really sure. Like, if I ended up with a nice laptop, I wouldn't mind doing it every once in a while, but definitely not every day. But it would be pretty cool just to sit there and trade together. I think it'd be pretty cool. Especially, I mean, we trade almost identical anyway for the most part. In addition to staring at people too early in the morning, you really need to find some more exciting things to do on a Friday night. Like what? Like during the stream or just in general? The Phoenix has risen. Yeah? No, you didn't spell it right. It's Phoenix. You just gotta put the E in front of the N. Phoenix. In general, like my life, I don't disagree, but I enjoy being on the computer. So this is my relaxed time. Who's gonna get us to 20 likes? Are we at 19? I haven't looked. We're 17. Oh no, we are at 19. 2 new members. The question is, who's going to be the third member tonight? How about that? If we get one more member, I'll bring back the member screen. I'll throw it up before every live stream. I'll do the I'll put it on my things, my stream deck, so I can put it back up there, so I can say thank you to all you guys. Shin's on there. Jason's on there. I think there's 4. Well, now I think there's 4 of you, because I think there was 2. No, it might be 5. I have to check. Let me see. Now I'm curious. And then we're going to do our giveaway if anybody's interested in the ISW scanners. If not, we'll do our weekly Wheel of Awesomeness, just for who wins the night and the weekend. The best volatility trader fanboy, fangirl. Yeah, we got 5. Nice. Shin, Jason, Justin. Oh yeah, Victor. Victor, he doesn't talk much, but I think he's in here. I think he's a lurker. He's my lurker. Obviously, happy hour has arrived. Happy hour. Yeah, tip your bum, man. Those scripts are nothing special. Yeah, I just cascaded the windows by accident, so they all look funny. Let me just give you this because you don't need all the other stuff. Now, keep in mind, if you're not with Interactive Brokers, where it says route equals smart L, that is their smart route, but a limit order. So if you're with CMEG, you would have to just change that so it says limit or market, depending on what you want to use. Interactive Brokers has the smart part in front of it. To be a member, you hit the join button. There should be a join button like right under the stream itself. 112 is a yes. Sometimes I do 111 and then like I'll add the other one. Again, that kind of depends on where we're at on the chart. So if I hit the 1-1 and we're coming up to the $half and it's not a point where I feel like I need to cut like I did here, if I'm still looking to add, sometimes if we get to the $half, I'll add half of it if it looks like it's struggling. So it'll be 1-1-1, and then if it blows through, I'll hit another one. So technically it's 1-1-2. This two is just grouped a little differently. But yeah, usually I'll do like a 1-1-2 and then another 2 if it keeps going. That's usually at that point, if I'm wrong, I start to get a little annoyed. And that's usually when I'm looking to do a little damage control. Because if I end up getting to a third ad, aka 4 entries, obviously I was a little too early and I'm doing something wrong. So usually I'm not that far off. So 1-1-2 is usually enough for me. And so a lot of the times I end up hitting my first one and then I end up hitting the other one on the backside. So that's a lot more common than you see me, getting into those ones that go crazy. Although, we did have WHLR today, but unfortunately we didn't actually get to play that one out, which would have worked, which is just super sad face. Tim owes me about 15 shots too. I'm going to get so drunk one night. There's going to be a night where I'm just going to come on here and it's just going to be me taking shots and I'm just going to sit, make sure you can see me and call the ambulance when I need it. 1 out of 10 on average, you all have at least 10 opportunities on IB one day. We'll soon be there. I always say, man, if you can save up so that you can switch over, it's so worth it. You don't have to trade like you have a bigger account. You still trade the same, but that's all I did. On the back end, I was saving up money and got enough to switch over to IB, and I just kept trading the same way that I was. Just because you have a bigger account doesn't mean you have to trade the bigger size. I'll get there. I'll get there when I'm ready. How's that working out in the separate office space? It's actually really nice. It's when we were fine until the pandemic happened, and then she started working from home, and we didn't mesh well. We're working in the same house together. Yeah, it wasn't working very well. It was actually why I stopped streaming for a while, because she had phone calls and I couldn't talk all the time, and it was just a mess, and it started actually causing problems in the marriage, just with the computer being there all the time, and then just it just made sense to move the computer out of the house, and it's been really nice. It's worked well for everyone involved, so can't complain there. Just messing. I like being on the computer as well. Yeah. I was the first thing that came to my head. I was like, you're telling me to find better things to do, but yet you're the one sitting here watching me. I love it. Obviously, just messing with you. Am I? One more member. Jeff. I'm a fanboy. That's BOI, not BOY. Sammy knows what number to type in. Look at this. Sammy's like, gimme. Sammy, you can't get it, man. You've already won. The guy last week didn't even show up, that jerk. Sammy was our first winner when we did it, when we started doing that. Oh, yeah. trying out Cobra. Gotcha. Yeah, Cobra is pretty interesting. I think Constantine uses that. If you wanted to do market, should you keep the price equals bid? It won't matter. That just when it changes at the market, it'll ignore that. So because it'll gray that area out on the montage, so it won't matter. Aloha, DJ Day Trader. What's up, man? I haven't seen a video from you in forever. Are you doing the videos? I feel like I'm always trying to support the small guys because I know how it feels. But then everybody keeps I don't want to say quitting, but I mean everybody keeps quitting. Yeah, last thing was a month ago. It looks like. I think that was actually I stopped in during that. You haven't had anything since. That was like your go-to. I loved it. The GDT shot challenge. Maybe I'll just start when I'll take all the money Jonathan's given me and donate it to Justin, and he'll actually take the shots. We'll watch Justin get super drunk. Or I'll go down there. Justin can do a live stream, and I'll be there with him. We'll co-host a live stream, and we'll both just get drunk. We'll make bank. It'll be $10 a shot for each of us, so $20 to get us to both take a shot. Or you could do. No, I'm not even gonna say that out loud. Fall out of your chair and pass out like someone we know. Yeah, she, the wife, is the adult in the house, and you're jabbering with a bunch of degenerates on a Friday night on YouTube. Jesus, Tim. She actually didn't mind the Friday nights too much, as long as I was a little bit more on the quiet side, because apparently I would wake up the kids. So she didn't like that too much. But during the day was actually the main problem. There's the member, Thomas. Appreciate that, man. You want half? Little inside joke. Take a break from trading with everything going on. Now things are balancing out, so I'm back. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure. Sometimes I tend to forget how difficult it is out there for a lot of people, because I was one of the very fortunate, I guess I'll just say families, where we both working, doing this with the market, and the wife being able to work from home. Like, we didn't really have any setbacks when it came to the pandemic, but I know there's a lot of people out there that wasn't the case. A lot of livelihoods were just taken away pretty instantly. So it's very frustrating to see. But I'm glad that you're back, man. Hopefully everything starts to work out for you. I'm actually not a degenerate. It is simply just Friday night after a long, intense week of remote work, trading, etc. As I said earlier, happy hour tomorrow. Eakers 1,800 meter swim at the Rose Bowl Aquatic Center, and WOD. What's WOD? What is everyone's views on Clay Trader? Never understood his strategy, but he is profitable and pro, it seems. Sammy, I recommend looking back a bit on Clay Trader. Go back and watch some of his older videos, and then watch some of his newer videos, and it becomes a little bit more transparent, kind of what Clay's doing over there. All right, let's do this giveaway. Is there anybody out there that would like to be part of Team ISW next week for a full 5 days? All you have to do is put the number 27 in the chat. You have exactly 2.5 minutes to do so. If you do not, and we do not have any entries of any sorts, we will be doing the Wheel of Awesomeness to see, which we're going to do anyway. Actually, I'm going to start doing that right now, and then we'll do the ISW one as well, because everyone gets to enter the Wheel of Awesomeness. All you have to do is be here. Put that back over there. All right. Let's see. LA's here again. Brian was here. The other Brian is not here. Joe Mama's not here. Thomas is here. I'm here. Jonathan's here. I think Boyce was here. Maybe he wasn't. I don't think he was. Jeff, are you Mama's here. Are you with ISW still? Or did you get off of there? Jeff, Sammy. Make sure I get everyone in here. Got Jonathan, Justin. We'll put GDT. Who else is in here? Tip your bellman. Who else? Abdul was in here. What's up, man? I saw you in here earlier. I totally skipped over saying hi to you. I forgot. I didn't forget. I don't know, I was trying to read through everything so fast. One Way was in here. Oh, yeah, Vincenzo was in here. We'll give him a chance, even though he's not still in here. I think that's it. At least everyone that had talked. Oh, Biz was in here. I think Jonathan gets like 3 entries today. Sorry, guys. He deserves 3 of them. He gets a big portion of the wheel. He was pretty awesome today. I guess, you know what? Let's do this. For each of the tips, right? He gave me 3 tips and joined. That's 4. Thomas joined, so he gets 1. GDT joined as well, so he gets another one. Oh no, this doesn't count. 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 GDT won with only 1. That's funny. Doesn't count. Did I have Zishan in here? Nope, Zishan. See, it couldn't have counted. Not everyone was in there anyway. Alright, I think that was it. GDT's a loser. He's not a loser, but he didn't win that one. Alright, let me check the participants, see if anyone else is in here. Looks about right. How many people are in here? 19? Oh, we got the 20 likes too. Sweet deal. The Wheel of Awesomeness, Tip Your Bell Man, is who is the most awesome person tonight, and they're going to have an awesome weekend. Yeah, oh, now it's 22, I think. Oh, mine, I think mine, it's always 1 behind. Is it 22 now for you guys? Because it says 21 now on mine. So it's 22? Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. So I'm going to open up a new one. We're going to do... I really hope it doesn't do that, but... Alright, so we got DJ, and we got Jeff, and we got Bellman. I'm going to make sure Bellman... Yeah, okay. For some reason I thought maybe you won before, but you didn't. Okay. Anybody else want to enter for the ISW giveaway? That's what this is for. They got a 33% chance to win. That's pretty good odds. That's pretty good odds. I unlike the like again. Does that help? No, because it just gets rid of it and puts it back. Alrighty. Drum roll, please. 33%. DJ, Bellman, Jeff, if you do win, all you have to do is go to the Discord link down below in the description, click it, join the Discord, make sure you hit the little emoji to get in if you're not already in there, message me. That's all you have to do. I will get you the info, get you set up, and you will have a free week of ISW. You'll be in there with me, Brian, David, whoever else wants to stop by. GDT just stops by every once in a while until, he's not fully back yet, obviously, but he still stops by here and there. We had Victor V stop by today. That was really awesome to see him. We got AJ in there now. We got a bunch of people in there. You talk to us. You get the scanners, all the scanners, and most importantly, you get Brian. Being able to pick his brain for a week. This should be, I think it comes out to like $60-$70 worth of value. But if you add that, I mean, it could be like $300-$500, $1,000 worth of value, depending on how much you use it personally. I always tell people that they need to take advantage of that week to pick apart Brian's brain as much as they can. But hey, some people come in there and they just do their own thing, and it is whatever. So good luck to you three, and here we go. And then right after this, we're going to spin the wheel of awesomeness to get out of here. Oh, looks like Jeffy, welcome back. If I win spin again, I'll donate, but I want to win. Well, you won. All right, so we're going to take Jeff off of there. Now you guys got a 50-50 shot. That's very nice of Jeff. Oh, dude, it's like a Pokeball. Yeah, isn't that the colors of the Pokeball? I think. DJ and Bellman in a 50-50. It looks like it's going to be DJ. All right, DJ, man. Again, congratulations. All you have to do, find me in the Discord, man. We'll get you hooked up. All right. On to the wheel of awesomeness. Public service announcement first before we do this. If you are with ISW already, the ISW update is in now the members area. Go feel free to check it out. There's some cool little additions on there. I believe, are they just for the platinum scanners? So I guess you would have the float rotation on all the scanners, which is pretty cool. So yeah, DJ, awesome, man. I look forward to getting your message. We'll get you hooked up so we can get you back in there. Maybe this is what you need, man. Maybe it's a sign. Get you back on the right track. Here we go. I'm super excited for this. Is DJ on here? Why do I feel like DJ's not even on here? I thought I added you. Look at that. Maybe you can win twice. For some reason I didn't add you. Alrighty. That's a lot of people in here. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Wheel of Awesomeness, guys. This just means you are an awesome person. Thank you for being here. I am going to end the stream right after this. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great weekend. And here we go. Oh, of course, Jonathan wins it. My boy. My boy, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, congratulations, Jonathan. Appreciate you being here as always. Good luck to all of you next week, and I look forward to seeing you guys. We'll be back at it Monday morning, looking to make back that crap that we lost today and some more. And I hope you all have a good weekend, and I will see you guys Monday. Peace.